guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're looking at LR EZA Blue Gogeta. One of the best units in the game. This guy and the Vegito are both just coming and they are going to dominate the entire game. Ridiculously powerful with the guaranteed dodging once you transform. This Gogeta is able to get guaranteed crits if he gets up to 24 ki, which is really not that tough because both Vegito and Gogeta have incredible ki mechanics, which really makes LRs like this shine. A huge buff to some of these fusion teams. Teams like Powerful Comeback, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Fuse Fighter, Superheroes, you know, Fusion, Realm of Gods. These types of teams all now significantly stronger with a character of this level of power, and then also like sort of defensive utility with that guaranteed dodge. I think that this Gogeta is going to be ridiculously, utterly broken. So I think we'll probably do the same thing with this guy that we did with the Vegito in terms of sort of showcasing him. Is we'll go into one of the new burst modes, and then we could turn up all the defensive sliders for the boss Vegito, and then we could let this Gogeta just go crazy. Gogeta has several different 200% teams that he is on. You know, he's on, what, Orange Piccolos, he's on Carnival LR Goku, he's on the LR Gods, right? He has LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We have several different setups that we could utilize this guy on. It's really good that AGL Blue Gogeta got his EZA last month because he really helps both of the 5th anniversary EZA Blue Fusions. Alright guys, so we're here. Blue Gogeta. We are in an event right here. We're in the burst mode. We start out in slot 7. I guess Vegito does have kind of little health here. But we should be able to do pretty good with Gogeta. Not really the greatest opening rotation, but we do have some good support right here. He's at 147k defense. Gogeta and Vegito are absolutely identical at the start of the fight, right? I think the best way to play with both Gogeta and Vegito really is to just float them off on their first turn, right? Like in base. I don't really think... It's not super important to stack up a ton of attack with them if you get them like in turn 1 or something like that. It definitely will give them increased damage, and it definitely is going to increase the damage of their active skill quite a bit. But remember, you get the 70% chance to dodge and the guaranteed additional super, floating them off if you get them turn 1, which in the really tough stages would work out pretty well. Now, Gogeta has a superior link set in base to Vegito. Gogeta has Saiyan Warrior Race, Fuse Fighter, Prepared for Battle, Over in a Flash, Kamehameha, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. So Gogeta has Prepare for Battle in base. It's not like the craziest deal ever, but it is helpful. It's good. Listen, it's good to have Prepare for Battle. That is not a bad thing whatsoever, right? So Gogeta's going to have Prepare for Battle early on in these fights. You are definitely going to be using characters like, you know, Carnival Goku, you know, other Gogetas with Prepare for Battle, like, you know, AGL LR Gohan. All these types of characters that typically do have these sort of, like, you know, Prepare for Battle, like, link sets and stuff like that. It's basically the biggest, most common link that, you know, a lot of the characters people are going to want to use do have. So it's good that Gogeta has that in base. He does lose it when he transforms into blue, though, which is unfortunate, because, I mean, if Gogeta, if either Gogeta or Vegito, if they have Prepare for Battle, they would be even stronger, unbelievably. Like, they're already ridiculous, right? But I could just think about how much better they even would be if they had Prepare for Battle, right? Both of them are kind of just filled up with attack links. They just have so many attack links, both of them, right? Vegito and the Gogeta unit. They're just filled up with attack links. So, alright, so we get to turn 4. So now Gogeta's going to transform into blue. Remember that Gogeta has guaranteed dodge on his first turn in blue, right? So this turn he cannot be hit. Both Vegito and Gogeta have this. I think this is one of the strongest tools in the game. Int UI Goku has always sort of been a decent character because of the fact that he's had that capability. Oh my god, this is an insane rotation. Okay. So Gogeta has guaranteed dodging on this turn. Remember that his link set changes a little bit. He loses Saiyan Warrior Race and Prepare for Battle and gets Super Saiyan and Warrior Gods. We have both of those activated. This is going to be, again, a very nuts rotation. Let's just go ahead and do this standby. We'll get Vegeta out, So now Vegeta is going to be out here, and he's going to be giving us this massive support. This is going to be pretty good. So let's go ahead and pop this real quick.
元気をみんなの元気をくれこのままじゃオラ死ねねえんだくそー頼むぜカカロット俺に力をくれお前らああ
Alright, so now Gogeta is going to be supercharged. We have the mega support from Vegeta. We're going to have almost all of our links activated except for Kamehameha. So we're in a really, really good position here. Now, remember, Gogeta builds up just like Vegito does with every attack, right? He gains 1 key and 22% attack and defense up to a maximum of 5 key and 88% attack and defense. Now, I think I probably do like Vegito better because Vegito... It's just going to be much more common for him. Like, every single turn, he's doing 4 super attacks. It's just like, it's guaranteed, practically. For Gogeta, not really so much, right? Because Gogeta, in slot 1 or 2, has 2 guaranteed additionals, which have a 30% chance of being a super attack. I don't know about y'all, but I tend to not have good luck with that at all. So I'm expecting it's Gogeta's going to super, and then he's going to normal, and then he's going to normal, and then he's going to normal. Sorry, I like Vegito's super much better because both of them have these ridiculously incredible super attack effects, right? On 12 key, you're getting 50% attack and defense, very good. And then the 18 key is giving you the 50% defense for 3 turns. So it's like super attacks are incredibly valuable with these guys. And it's like Gogeta does the guaranteed crits, sure, but I think I value all the additional super attacks dramatically increasing your defense. I value that more than what Gogeta's doing with the guaranteed crits. I could see that people are going to go crazy about the guaranteed crits that Gogeta does, but I don't know. I mean, it depends. Like, if we're going to have good luck with these 30% chance to be supers, I mean, yeah, Gogeta is going to probably put up a bigger show than Vegito, for sure. But, like, how common is he going to super, normal? Like, is it just going to be super normal? That's what's really going to happen. And then remember, Gogeta, he's getting 5 key in slot 1 or 2, just like Vegito does. He gets 7 key in slot 3, just like Vegito does. And then he gets the additional super and the 70% chance to dodge in slot 3 as well. So, alright, let's just go ahead and take a look at what our boy Gogeta has right here on this turn. This is going to be one of those really, really big boy turns. Remember that every attack Gogeta does on this turn is a guaranteed crit. I would say the chances... 13 million for you, huh? Okay. I would say the chances are that even this Vegito is not really going to be able to hang in here too well against this Gogeta. So, right away, 9.71, pretty good. Remember, this is a guaranteed crit, and he's not built up at all. Like, we need to actually build him up. So, okay, there's that. Then, okay, right away, he does give us an additional super. So this one right here, right? Remember, this is a 30% chance to be a super, and then this Vegito is dead. So, I mean, the thing about Gogeta and Vegito is they both are relentless. Especially Gogeta, though, if you get to 24 key, if you then are getting your additional super procs, it's like things are just dying in front of him. And there's just no other way around it. Like, he's just killing everything, because he's doing crits with, like, 80 million potential attacks, too. Now, remember, he does need to do 4 attacks to fully build up his stats. So, we've only done 2 attacks so far. So, we do need to do 4 in order to completely build up his stats. I just look at the category teams and the way these units are designed. And I'm telling you, both of these 5th anniversary fusions, it's like the amount that they're buffing their teams... It's just so nuts. It's actually so insane. I think how good they made these 5th anniversary fusions. I've seen enough from them. I really want to say I like them as the 3rd best units in the game, I think. Even though I like Vegito, you know, probably more often I'm going to like him. He's going to be a little bit more consistent. Gogeta certainly has a higher ceiling than Vegito, I would say. Because if Gogeta goes super, guaranteed crit, super, guaranteed crit, super, guaranteed crit, super, guaranteed crit. I mean, it's just like, even AGL LR Gohan probably can't match that, right? Can he? Probably not, no. Like, I don't think there's anything that can match this Gogeta once he's really going, but it's not, like, super guaranteed to happen every single turn, right? Okay, now, remember, when the turn starts, Gogeta's going to be at 24 key right here, which means he's going to get the guaranteed crits, because the 5th anniversary fusions, the thing you guys have to understand is that they're good in virtually every single aspect. It doesn't matter what you're talking about, like, they excel at it. Defense with their guaranteed dodge, and that they have the utility of going in slot 3 and having 70% chance to dodge. Their offense, the active skill, how powerful that's going to be, right? The amount of category teams that they're buffing. Like, I mean, these units are, you could probably argue them as, like, number 1. I feel like you could probably make the case. I don't know that I would go there. Again, I probably would put Orange Piccolo and then the GT Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. No hidden potential system additional right there. Are you kidding me? My Gogeta has basically full additional. One thing I don't think I mentioned is Gogeta he is super effective against all types as the first or second attacker in the turn. But it's like the thing about that ability, it's like so pointless and like worthless basically, because dude, he's going to be living at 24 key. I mean, I guess like the first turn you transform, sure, but like between him 5 key, you know, when he attacks, and then 5 key build up from him doing attacks, like dude, I don't know, like he's gonna be living at 24 key. So I don't know, like if they got rid of super effective against all types and gave him a guaranteed additional right there, like, whew, that would just be nutty, right? That shit would just be insane. All right, so now we're just gonna go ahead and cut up this Vegito right here. So now on this rotation, we have fully built up Blue Gogeta. We're fully built up. We're gonna have strong support. I mean, he's just gonna be going crazy. Again, if we get up to 24 key, you guys already know he's got the guaranteed crits and stuff like that. All right, let's see. Do we get? Yeah, boom. There it is. That's right. Like I said, he's at 24 key. It's just that simple. 432k defense right there. Again, remember, 18 key gives him 50% defense. Every 12 key super he does gives him 50% defense as well. But this is where Vegito is just like, you know, again, basically always doing like, you know, 3 supers at minimum. You're not going to get that at minimum from Gogeta. So far, we've had pretty decent luck, right? That first additional every single turn so far has been a super attack from him. But we'll see. HL Blue Gogeta. Look how strong HL Blue Gogeta looks next to him, by the way. Oh my god. Dude, I got to get this guy to full dodge. Like, I'm at this guy in slot 1 and then LR Blue Gogeta in slot 2. It's just, I gotta give that boy full. Yeah, see? I gotta give that boy full dodge. I gotta do it. He has to be full dodge. I'm probably immediately after recording this showcase, I'm gonna do that. 15. All right. Remember, this is a guaranteed crit. You know, as just a guaranteed crit. And then he's gonna do an additional to guaranteed, and then he's additional to another guaranteed crit, right? All right, additional normal, sure. All right, one more. Additional normal, sure. Hidden potential system. Additional super. Okay. But that's why I like Vegito better. If you know you have the God RNG and Gogeta's quad supering every turn, you know, again, sure. But Vegito's supers are like guaranteed, right? Like those just boom, 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 boom. No matter what, right? Like you can easily guarantee 3 for Vegito with his normal one, slot 1 or 2 guaranteed, and then 24 key guaranteed. And then you probably have your medium chance with the 4th, and then you get the hidden potential system with the 5th. That to me is the difference between the two. I can again see why people would like Gogeta better because he does have a higher ceiling. I would venture a guess that Vegito probably is going to be putting up more go damage than Gogeta. It just depends on how easily you're living at 24 key, right? Because when you're doing a 100% chance to crit, and Gogeta's already super effective against all types base anyway, so there's no reason in the world not to give this guy full additional. This guy has the easiest potential build ever, which is full additional. Like, there's no reason not to give him full additional, right? I think dodge, you know, there's an argument for dodge, but that's, I think, later on down the line. Once Gogeta and Vegito are not, like, the strongest offensive units in the game, and, you know, they've fallen off damage-wise, and then all they, like, really the help they'll then give is dodge. But I'm talking, like, this is in 2 years, right? Like, you probably would be better off giving both the 5th anniversary fusions dodge. But right now, they're, like, you know, some of the most explosive offensive characters in the game. So I think giving them dodge at the moment is not a good idea. They're just doing too much with power. Okay, so now here's where Gogeta becomes Mr. Big Dick. That's just basically what we're gonna say. This is Mr. Big Dick right here. We can do his active skill in slot 3, right? You could do this basically on turn 6 as the earliest, right? It'll be turn 6 or turn 7, depending upon if you transform into blue on turn 4 or 5, right? Depending upon what rotation you end up, having him on, he transforms, blah, 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 right? So by doing the active skill in slot 3, we activate his slot 3 abilities, which is a guaranteed additional super and 70% chance to dodge. So now we can toss this boy, right? We do the active skill right here, and then we toss him in slot 1, and then now he supers, guaranteed super, and then he has the additional medium chance, and then hidden potential system additional. It's crazy. These 5th anniversary fusions, I mean, they're just ridiculous. I don't know how else to say it. Remember, Gogeta and Vegito both also now have OSTs for their active skills too, which is awesome. Alright, so, I mean, now that's pretty much just GG, so I feel like we've kind of seen what Blue Gogeta does, right? We've seen his God mode, his magistry, his impressiveness, his big dickness. Again, I would probably say I like Vegito's consistency a little bit more, but Gogeta has a higher ceiling than Vegito. If you are at 24 key and you get the crazy luck, like, goodbye, right? There's the dodge. Now, that's active skill slot 3. You get the 70% chance to dodge in slot 1. It's ridiculous. So he's at a 12.6 million attack set right here. And this fight is over. It's just GG. So there's the 5th anniversary Gogeta, 5th anniversary Vegito. In, like, tier lists and such like that, I will be putting them in the same slot because they have the same kits with minor differences here and there, right? But again, they have the same kits. 8th anniversary LRs do not. They're massively different once they transform. Whereas, like, again, the 5th anniversary LRs have only minor differences, just like the 7th anniversary LRs. The Gods and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta only have minor differences when they transform. But they're essentially the same units, right? Gogeta's ridiculous. I don't... Again, if someone is, like, really, like, red in the face, like, Gogeta's better, like, sure, dude. Again, he does have a higher ceiling. For me, I would stand more on I like Vegito's consistency a little bit better, and he's going to be stronger defensively with the guaranteed additionals, but it literally is the same argument as when these guys first came out during the 5th anniversary, right? It's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. Where Gogeta, is able to put up more damage, but Vegito with the more consistent additional supers is going to have more consistent, stronger defense. But if you're running them in slot 3 anyway with the 70% chance to dodge, it probably doesn't really matter so much, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. These guys are crazy. Last thing we need to do here is we do, of course, need to get the incredible, amazing, fantastic KO screen of Gogeta. One of my favorites in the game. I mean, Gogeta's active skill is still, like, actually a top 5 animation. It's just that there's been all this new shit constantly. But, I mean, you can't look at Gogeta's active and say that's not still, like, a top 5 animation. Like, there's zero mistake. That's perfect, right? Like, and now it has a godly OST. Like, no matter what y'all say, the 8th anniversary is pure flames. After this, tough, tough, tough. The poster boys of the 8th anniversary is Blue Vegito and Blue Gogeta with their smirks. Get used to them smirks, because don't say the 8th anniversary sucks. Not with that boy smirking. Hell no. No, no, no. Alright, I did use some attack boosting items right there just to ensure that he would get the finishing blow. It led to a very interesting number being displayed right there, sure. Again, that's with attack boosting items. I had the 2 Bulma attack items up, but this is just iconic. That little hand flick, I mean, you know, they even got that in like Legends and like Fighters and stuff like that. Like that little Gogeta hand flick, it's just too raw. Like I don't know how to say this. That shit is just fire. Like that's it. So there we go. There is 5th anniversary LR Blue Gogeta. I think I would again sort of like lean a little bit more towards I like Vegito a bit better just because of his consistency, but Gogeta has the higher ceiling. So the argument on which one you like better is, you know, are you into the huge potential offensive explosion that he could do with, you know, guaranteed crits and, you know, quadruple supers, or do you like Vegito, who's pretty consistently going to get you at least 3 super attacks, right? And be a little bit stronger defensively because of that. Regardless, these two are ridiculous. Man, I don't know. I feel like 3, like, yeah, like, it's just like, they're up there with, like, the 8th anniversary LRs and Orange Piccolo. It's crazy. These are the best EZAs in the game. These guys, I feel like, they're better than Agio LR Gohan. I just, they're so dumb. They're so crazy. Alright, this is Ultimate and Supreme Fusion Gogeta. His leader skill is Final Trump Card or Fusion, category key 3 and 170% the stats. His 12 key super attack is the Meteor attack, which stacks attack by 30% and raises defense by 30% for 1 turn and does colossal damage to the enemy. And then his 18 key super attack is the Kamehameha, which stacks attack by 30% and then raises defense by 50% for 1 turn. Greatly raised defense for 1 turn, and then does mega colossal damage to the enemy. So any super attacks in base, you'll stack attack, which will make the active skill stronger once you're in blue. I would advise people to not really try and aim for stacking attack a lot, though, and instead more so just kind of protect yourself with them in base, float them off, get the 70% chance to dodge, and then let them dominate once they transform into blue. Gogeta's passive skill, Ultimate Power, is 140% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gets 4 key and 100% defense when attacking. Then he launches a guaranteed additional that has a great chance, a 70% chance of being a super attack. That's the first or second attacker in a turn. And then he launches a guaranteed additional super, and then has a 70% chance to dodge as the third attacker in a turn. He transforms when conditions are met, which is a very simple, easy, perfect condition, which is just turn 4. Beautiful. His links are Saiyan Warrior Race, Fuse Fighter, Prepare for Battle, Over in a Flash, Kamehameha, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. Stronger links than Vegito here because he does have Prepared for Battle in base, which is a huge W. But again, my recommendation typically with these guys in base is to float them off anyway, right? Gogeta, like Vegito, is one of the very rare characters in the game that has a 160% 12-key multiplier, and then has a 200% 24-key multiplier. And then Gogeta, like Vegito, is on a lot of category teams that could use the help for sure. So we are right here on the Final Trump Card team, again, sort of the anniversary team, basically. We're also over here on the Fusion category team, another substantial buff. So now Fusion, you know, we've had a lot of good characters. AGL Blue Gogeta, STR Blue Gogeta, the 7th anniversary LR still. So Fusion looking better. Then Gogeta, of course, is also on Realm of Gods. A huge, massive buff there. Then Gogeta is also on the Movie Hero team. As if Movie Heroes wasn't busted enough. Oh, by the way, here's another top 5 character added to the Movie Hero category team. Then Gogeta is also on the Kamehameha team. Ridiculously busted team as that is. Gogeta is also over here on Transformation Boost. So more increases for this category team is definitely a huge W there. Then Gogeta is also on Powerful Comeback. Powerful Comeback is actually a pretty strong team now. You know, we've had some really substantial additions added to it with a lot of these EZAs and stuff like that. So Powerful Comeback, I would say, is actually in a pretty good spot now. Then Gogeta is also on the Time Limit category team. So both of the 5th anniversary fusions are on time limits. Then Gogeta is also over here on the Fused Fighter category team. LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's team. Then Gogeta's also on the Power Beyond Super Saiyan category team, another team that's continuing to get some really, really strong buffs. I mean, it's a great category. This is always going to be getting stronger, right? And then finally, Gogeta is on the Superheroes category. This is a team that just keeps getting buffed and buffed and buffed and buffed. You know, this is going to be one of those good teams, right? Old Dragon Ball Super characters on this. This is a good one right there. So there are Gogeta's categories. Remember, Gogeta has his transformation into blue, which you could do starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle, which is very, very easy to do. Then his super attacks changes, his passive changes, he gains an active skill, and then some of his links do also change as well. So Gogeta's 12-key super attack becomes the Stardust Fall, which greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and does colossal damage to the enemy. That's a 50% attack and defensive buff. Gogeta's 18-key super is the Meteor Explosion, which greatly raises defense for 3 turns and then does mega colossal damage to the enemy. Again, remember that is a 3-turn, 50% defensive buff. So these characters, like when they're on a rotation, they get a super attack and then the next turn and they've built up and their defense gets to pretty good levels. Especially Vegito, who has more guaranteed super attacks to build up that defense for that turn, right? Then Gogeta's passive skill, Astounding Power. He has guaranteed dodging his first turn transforming. So the very first turn you cannot be hit. A ridiculously brutal ability for these characters to have, which means you're going to go up against the Metal Cooler Core and these very tough bosses, and they can't do anything to them. They're just going to dodge, and then they're going to blast the boss's asshole inside out. Then Gogeta gets 150% attack and defense at the start of turn. In slot 1 or 2, he gets 5 key. He launches 2 additionals, each of which has a medium chance, a 30% chance to be a super attack, and he becomes super effective against all types. Again, it's the first or second attacker in the turn. In slot 3, Gogeta gets 7 key, a guaranteed additional super, and a 70% chance, a great chance of dodging enemy attacks, again, in the 3rd slot. He builds up 1 key up to a max of 5, and 22% attack and defense up to a max of 88%, with each attack performed. So 4 attacks fully builds up the stats, 5 attacks fully builds up key, and then finally performs a guaranteed crit when activating the active skill or when key is 24. So with his much lower chances to get the additional supers, that's why I think Vegito, again, I would rate him slightly better because of his strong consistency. But, I mean, if you get these medium chances to proc, and this guy does 4 super attacks in slot 2 while doing guaranteed crits with every single one, it is going to get pretty insane. And then, you know, his ridiculous active skill as well. Like, it could get really nasty, right? Then Gogeta has his active skill, the Ultimate Kamehameha, which greatly raises attack temporarily and does ultimate damage to the enemy. You could do that when facing only one enemy whose HP is 50% or less, starting from the next attacking turn. So turn 6 will be the earliest turn you can do this, and it will be doing really, really good damage, right? Gogeta's active skill is going to be a guaranteed crit, which is going to make it very, very strong, right? Then Gogeta's link set is Super Saiyan, Fuse Fighter, Warrior Gods, Over in a Flash, Kamehameha, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. So those are some of the change links he's got. And then there you go. There is 5th Anniversary EZA Blue Gogeta. I think what they did with these 5th Anniversary fusions is exactly what people want. I think these are the most popular characters ever, and it was very important that Dokkan did exactly what they did, which is take the most popular characters ever and make them some of the best characters again. Very, very well done. Let me know what you guys think about the 5th Anniversary Blue Fusions. These two are just, you know, the dominators of the universe. That's what we got here.